willing to use his life for that purpose. Opening up the book to say, yes, I've committed those things. That's right, I'm guilty of those things. By the way, I don't think the law is just, but you're right. Yes, that's right. That's what I've been doing.
Isn't the Spirit telling him that he has to do this?
No, the Spirit only tells him what not to do. Warns him not, it doesn't command. It doesn't tell him what to do, it only warns him against certain actions. So it's a negative, not a positive. Good.
It's interesting, in Christianity, Calvin put people to the stake just because they didn't agree with his theology.
Yeah.
Like Zwingli and others.
Oh, the crimes in religion are enormous, of course. Oh, yeah.
And they demeaned people like Ignatius Loyola.
Yeah.
He would have to go before the Inquisition.
Yes.
Not because of anything he was doing wrong, but because he didn't have the credentials, they said.
Oh. Yeah, well, there are many books written on the crimes of the church all the way back.
Yeah.
McCabe did one called The Testament of Christian Civilization. Gibbon did one, you know, about the role of Christianity in the decline and fall of the Roman Empire. You know, there are many.
Yeah.
And my particular interest is not history. I'd rather explore philosophy in the Platonic tradition than I would the crimes of the popes, which I'm sure, you know, would take me far distant from where I want to explore.
How do you consider Scientology?
That's curious. See, Scientology had a very interesting beginning. I was there at the time. I remember the first science fiction articles when they came out. That's where Dianetics came out first in science fiction. I went to Washington, outside Chevy Chase, Washington, D.C., and met Ron Hubbard and engaged him in a variety of things there. Some of my friends joined that group. I didn't, because I didn't think he was going in a kind of spiritual direction that I thought was significant. Essentially, I didn't see that he had a spiritual dimension that I could identify. His idea of time, engrammic theory, I think they call it today.
Now,
But it's
how did he...
well, just let me just hold it. No, let me just mention. What I mean by giving this personal statement is that was enough for me not to go any further with it. And therefore, I'm really not a spokesman for Dianetics. Some of my friends are. They've been involved in it for many years. But I'm not involved in it. I think it's superficial in terms of the spirit.
I was curious, did he come up with it through voice speaking to him, or did he come up through...
Are you talking about Dianetics? Ron Hubbard or Socrates? Pardon me. Ron
Hubbard.
Well, I would say he should have gotten more into philosophy. I don't think he did get into it in the kind of philosophy I'm interested in. So, pardon me. Let me repeat, okay? I really don't know enough about it. I pulled out when I saw what he was doing and who he was working with and how he was working. I was involved in it only for a couple of weeks early. Had talks with the man. And I turned off. And I had no interest in it since. These questions you have are worthwhile. It would take someone who has that kind of knowledge. I don't have it.
Well, if I understand, L. Ron Hubbard developed a technique of therapy to help people.
Yes, particularly.
A lot of people were helped.
Yeah.
And after a while, the therapy kind of went out of hand, kind of. Originally, it was good. A lot of people were genuinely helped. And I've been helped by doing some of the practices.
Yeah.
It's very practical.
Yeah.
But then he went on into other things.
Yeah. As a practical therapy, I would say fine.
Yeah.
But in terms of the life of the spirit, it's superficial. Thank you.